Hi guys, it's me, Gigi, and today I wanted to talk to you guys and kind of just set the record straight on any plastic surgery that I have had done. The truth of the matter is I wasn't being completely honest with you guys. You guys remember 2 or 3 videos ago in the video titled My New Look, I was talking about my new hair change and all of that, but in actuality I had some work done. I just wasn't talking about it because I wasn't ready yet, and I'm glad that you guys were patient. I saw your comments saying she'll do a video whenever she's ready, don't worry about it, and I have the best viewers in the world and I can't thank you guys enough, and I am finally ready to talk about it now, so I thought that I would give you the whole lowdown. So before we get into the meaty portion of this video, I just wanted to say, for anyone who is against plastic surgery or anti-plastic surgery, maybe you could go somewhere that someone had a fuck to give, because I have no fucks to give at all. These are my surgeries and this is what I wanted for myself. So for you to tell me something different, or anyone else for that matter, is crazy. Bye. I just wanted to also say, I feel like my plastic surgery experience was a little bit different than the average plastic surgery experience, because as you guys know, I am going through a transition. I definitely wanted my exterior to mirror my femininity inside and what I felt for myself. And not everyone who goes through plastic surgery has that battle within themselves. Sometimes it's just, well, most of the time I should say, it's just, I want to look prettier, or my nose bothers me. Like for example, a girl that was bullied in elementary school or high school for her nose, and when she got older she saved up the money and decided to go through with the rhinoplasty, which I also had done. But it is very different for someone like that, because I mean, she may have emotional ties, but it's not conflicting her gender. People don't view her as a male. Do you know what I'm saying? So my surgery, I thought about this for 2 years, probably longer, and it all started with my forehead. I never really loved my forehead. I always thought like it was too big and too square, and I always wanted to change it somehow, but it wasn't until I met someone that had had the forehead surgery done that I was like, oh my God, yours looks so good. And she showed me pictures of her forehead before, and I was like, girl, you sold me. So I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I can get my forehead surgery. I can live my life. Like, this is gonna be great. But then life kind of came out from under. There were way more battles inside of me that I was destined to fight, other than just a simple feature on my face. I decided that I wanted to live as a woman full-time. When I started researching deeper and deeper into the male and female proportions, I was like, okay, it clicked. This is why it's very uncomfortable for me, because no one else had ever said anything to me, or no one else had ever seen a problem with it, but it was always this battle that I was fighting inside. Another thing that bothered me about myself was my chin. I felt like it was too square, it was too boxy, it would ruin makeup looks for me. It was just something that I hated about myself, just like how I'm sure you guys have things that you hate about yourself. At the end of the day, we are our own worst critic. And lastly, I wanted a rhinoplasty. So after I booked the surgery with the doctor of my choice, and I really recommend that you guys do your research if you're gonna go through with plastic surgery, you need to talk with the doctor, you need to have a connection with the doctor, because it is a very serious thing you're doing, and I'll tell you later in the story, it was not a fun process for me. I went through a very sad, dark time after surgery. It's not just like you get surgery and it's like you wake up beautiful, whatever. So anyways, I'll get into that later. I get there and we talk about all the surgeries. So from top to bottom, what I got done was my hairline was lowered, my brow was shaved, I had a mini eyebrow lift, rhinoplasty, and my chin was shaved down. So morning of surgery, I'm freaking out. I literally thought that I wasn't gonna do it. It sounds so funny to say, but I was like devastated. I was like thinking about the J. Cole Crooked Smile song. Do you guys know it? It's basically, so stupid. It's basically he has crooked teeth and he writes a song about how Hollywood wanted him to get braces and veneers and all that. They said he couldn't make it without his crooked teeth. And then he looks at where he is now in his life and he's like, I still have my crooked teeth and I'm not gonna change them because of society or whatever. I was thinking I could be like J. Cole. I don't need these surgeries. I just kept on thinking about him like cutting my face open and like just really gross stuff. I knew I was gonna be asleep for it, but it still like tripped me out. I was like, do I really wanna be doing this right now? I knew deep down it was what I wanted, so I just, bit the bullet, did it. And I remember they had me waiting in like a hospital room and I was watching fucking Juliana Rancic hosting Demi Lovato's special. They were going through her like drugs and like anorexia, bulimia, eating disorders, whatever. And I was like, bitch, I am going through something way more intense than any drugs or eating disorder could do. Like, this girl should not be having this special. It should be me. The doctor comes in, he's like calming me down and he's like, okay, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, just to make sure we're on the same page. And I was like, yes, I just wanna enhance and refine what I already have. I don't wanna look like someone else. That was my biggest fear going into this. I'm getting wheeled in by the anesthesiologist into the operating room, and all I remember is feeling so drunk. Like, I literally said to her, "Who gave me tequila, girl?" And she's like, "You're falling into like sleep soon. You're gonna sleep soon." And I was like, "Oh my God, girl, I feel hammered." I remember like turning the corners thinking I was like at Bootsy Bellows, girl. I was like, someone gave me too many shots. Next thing I know, I'm in the operating room and I'm like looking up and I was like screaming at the doctor. I was like, "Make me beautiful, make me cunt." Like, I was just like screaming random shit and they were all laughing. And then the next thing I know, blackout, sleep, nothing. I wake up, all the comedy is gone. No more jokes, no more laughing. It's a quiet room and I'm in so much pain. I don't even remember waking up. Like, I don't remember like opening my eyes. All I remember is just throbbing pain. Like, I felt like someone had shot me in my face, or my brain was like swollen and ready to explode like through my skull. It was the worst pain ever, like a migraine times 30. I was screaming in agonizing pain. Obviously, I couldn't control myself, but my whole face was bandaged up. My eyes were swollen shut. I couldn't see. I thought that I was like blind. And I felt like the tube that they shove down your throat when you get surgery, I felt like I was choking or like drowning, and they kept trying to make me drink, and I couldn't even lift my arms to put a cup to my mouth, let alone eat yogurt, which they wanted me to do. But I felt like every time I drank, I was drowning because I felt like my throat was like swollen or something. Different nurses I could hear kept coming in the room and trying to inject stuff in my IV to try to take away my pain, and they would keep asking me, "How's your pain level? 1 out of 10, or are you feeling okay?" And I would just keep saying no because the pain wasn't going away. Like, I thought I was never gonna be like peaceful again. So then on top of that, this guy comes in the room with the deepest, loudest voice ever. And you know, I mean, we all know from a simple headache, the worst thing that can happen is someone playing loud music or speaking loudly or laughing loudly near you when you have a headache, because it makes it hurt more. He came to me with the loudest voice. "Oh, how you feeling, sweetie? Do you want to get this? Da 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 da." I literally said to him, no joke, verbatim, "Sir, can you please shut the fuck up and get out of the room?" Literally is what I said. He left, the nurse came back, she was like, "Jesus, don't be so mean." Like, they probably hated me, like, not even a joke. So soon after that, my pain level went down. I was brought to my hospital suite that I was gonna stay in for the night. I wake up the next morning, still in the hospital, got a horrible sleep, obviously, was ringing the nurse every hour of the night. "Bitch, water. Bitch, pain meds. Bitch, massage my feet." So lo and behold, the same male nurse comes in the room with his deep ass, low ass, loud ass voice, and he was like, "Do you need your morning meds or something?" I forgot what he said, but he came in the room again and I was like, wow, this bitch has balls. So I asked him to leave again because he was making my head hurt, and another nurse comes in the room and she was like, "You really shouldn't be so mean to him. He was the one that took away your pain yesterday." Oh my God, it was him that took away my pain. After all of those nurses that tried, he was the one that did it. So I asked her to call him back and I was like, "Listen, I am so sorry." Not even like normal, like I had swollen eyes. I was like, "Thank you, sir. Thank you so much." Like, it was just a horrible mess, but he was like really, really understanding. He's like, "I know, I get told all the time I speak too loudly." And I was like, "Me too. We're soulmates. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." So I went back to my hotel, and that's when the real depression sank in for real. Like, I was just in my hotel. I thought before surgery, you know, 2 weeks was gonna be enough for me. I thought, oh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be perfect. I'm gonna have more than enough time to order room service and be fabulous. But 2 weeks was just the beginning. It took me at least a month to heal, at least a month. There's nothing that can brace you for looking in the mirror and seeing someone you don't recognize. And I'm not saying like, "Oh, my nose looks smaller" or something. I'm saying like 2 black eyes, blood everywhere, stitches everywhere, hair looking a fucking mess, face swollen out to here. Like, it was so scary for me, and I wasn't ready for it at all. It really does change you as a person going through something like that. I feel now, 2 months later after surgery, I feel great about the surgery. I love how I look. I am still like a little bit swollen, but not compared to what it was before. And regardless of how much you do your research, how much you pay, who goes with you, where the surgery is, it's inevitable that you're gonna feel down and depressed after the surgery, depending on what you got done, obviously. But if it's facial, like for me, I'm happy that I got it done, and I see results changing every day. Like, when I wake up, I'm like, "Oh my God, this is like going down a little," or "Oh my God, my nose is like a little bit different today." So as far as pain levels go for each procedure, I would definitely say, you guys probably already know, my hairline lowering, brow shave, and brow lift were horrible, like traumatic, horrific procedures that I definitely don't recommend unless you're going through a transition and you feel you need them. Definitely do not do them. They're horrible. I hated it. It was the most stitches. That was like the majority of my stitches. I had 120 stitches and 20 staples in my face at the end of the procedure when the doctor was finished with me. So horrible. My nose job was really slight and I didn't want them to change the integrity of my actual nose. So it wasn't that bad, except I had some redness in my eyes and it stayed for probably like a month. So my nose job was more annoying rather than painful. And my chin shave, I barely felt it. I could eat probably 5 days after I got it done regularly and it was fine. I mean, it was great. So I hope if you are planning to get plastic surgery within the near future that I taught you something. I'm not promoting surgery in any way. This is just real life. So I wanted to get this message out there in case any of you are, and just like kind of what to expect. Definitely bring a lot of books with you because you're not going to be wanting to face anyone for a little bit and you're going to kind of want to be in your own little world for a little bit. And I really wish all of you guys the best luck. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, an amazing life, and just staying positive. And I really hope you guys are supportive when it comes to my story because I am being honest and open with you and I can't wait to see what you guys say. So until I see you guys next time, stay gorgeous.